Good evening, everyone. Just please confirm me through the chat box. Are you able to see me and hear me? Cool. Good evening, everyone. Just please confirm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the response. Okay. So today, this session is arranged for the demo for the MLOps and AIOps and LLMOps and AI agents. As you've seen in banners and in my advertisements also, I was keep telling this I'm going to cover in the website. In website also, in syllabus also, I have mentioned this MLOps, AIOps and LLMOps and AI agent. So this is a full course I'm going to teach you. So who are all interested of learning MLOps and AIOps, and I've been covered syllabus which is mainly focused on the enterprise level and real world integrations and real world deployments only. So this course is not for the developers. If you ask me, is this for the ML developer or a data science? No, it is not like that. So we will going to discuss the question and answers in after a few minutes. So before that, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Rajinikanth Vadla and I'm an engineer. And I've been teaching from last 6 years in corporate also in like in retailing a public like this. So to the many students who are willing to learn and shape up of their futures. So in that domain, I'm teaching from the last 6 years, and my track record is something like I was teaching cloud security, security operations, cloud securities as well, and machine learning operations and AI operations. Right now, I'm an AI platform engineer where I would be handling platform for the AI and LLM and machine learning models. Okay, so this is my background, and I'm an engineer. Okay, and this is not under any institute or not under any company. So this is my direct training to you all who are all willing to learn. So you are direct to me and I'm direct to you. So we are discussing on this journey of learning MLOps and AIOps and LLMOps. So there's a new part I have added in this course, AI agents, because as per the AI trend, now agents are actually coming into the market and even they are evolving at good scale. So I'll be going to cover that one as well in the course, and I'll give you some brief about the course and then we'll discuss all your questions and answers. So I can see few of our enabled videos. So please look at your Zoom and just stop your videos and mute yourselves. Thank you. Okay. The main question is why I am teaching this one and why you want to learn this one. So this is the main question for everyone. And few people are, they're looking at the market, they're looking at the internet, and they're looking at the Naukri, LinkedIn and all, and you're able to see that many of the influencers are doing the videos and, oh, this is AA and this is ML and this is agents, this is LLM, something like that. And whenever you surfing the internet and you'll able to see that ML engineer job, MLOps engineer jobs like this. If you take the same case 2 years back, as nobody is not searching actively about the MLOps engineering job when I was switching. I'm not a core direct into the ML, so I'm a cloud and ops and DevOps guy in the previously. So with the security operations. So in 2020 or 2021, so everyone know about the DevOps, but nobody not know about the MLOps, what it is. But from that point only, this operations has started. So that time nobody is not actively searching about these things and nobody don't know what this domain is. And nobody is not willing to learn also. If somebody is there to teach also, you're not, because everyone will look at the job market. Now the jobs are available and market is moving towards this because companies are finding the gap in this domain. They wanted to hire. That's why you and me are in this platform, in this journey. So why companies are creating this? That we need to understand. So it is not like there is a jobs and I'm applying. No, we need to understand why companies are going towards this journey and why they're creating these jobs and why you wanted to learn this and will this going to help you in the future or not. So yes, if it is going to help you in your future, and what is that? Like how it is going to help you in your real future. Many of my students is already well settled, right? At well position. Let's say like you've been already. So Uday, you are drawing on my screen. Just please stop that. Yeah. So you're already having holding a 6 years of experience or a 7 years of experience, and you're good at something, a subject matter expert or a good engineer. And if you're satisfied with your job and domain, why you wanted to learn this again? So I'll tell you all these things in this demo, and we'll also do some lab. And with that, I can explain you more better and what is MLOps and AIOps with the different problem statements. Okay, so I would like to bring up the problem statement also, and then we can discuss in more clear or with clarity. Okay, let's understand that we all know that cloud came, cloud created a big revolution in this IT market, and everyone started moving to the cloud. Okay, then operations has to manage, then nobody is not there to manage the operations, and the engineer is not there who know the cloud integrations and cloud provisionings and all. So the domain is created and started hiring the cloud plus DevOps engineers who need to create the infra and as well as who need to deploy and manage and monitor that at the production level or a lower environment level. So when you take the cloud and DevOps, when you take the cloud and DevOps, it is already started from the last 5 years and it is up to 60 to 70% into the market, and people are already uh, grabbing these opportunities and they're well settled in this domain. But this is a foundation. Why this is a foundation and why not full stack development is a foundation, or why not a data science is a foundation? Yes, data science is again a different domain. Data engineering is a different domain. Machine learning and data science can be correlated. So, but their work and isolated and their responsibilities also not same. Okay. So they work for the one goal, but not same. So let me clear you all those things. So this is a foundation. Why I'm telling this is a foundation? If you take one person from a testing background, or you take one person from any other background, if I teach you that operations, cloud, server, deployment, API, connections, monitoring, metrics, logging, all this, so you won't understand. So you only understand few things and few tools. So if I bring him up this platform and I'm telling all this at a high level, so he won't understand all these things, right? So this guy can understand very easily. And this is the first foundation. And there is another engineer who is developers also. Developers are there, very good, and they have good understanding. They know that already DevOps and infra and platform cloud everything, and they are the persons they quickly catch this what this domain and how it is. And data science and developers. So data science and machine learning engineers. So previously they are the developers. They are like a SMEs. Okay. So basically data science engineers and machine learning engineers are the core for the AI/ML industry. They are the first pillars of the AI/ML industry because they invest their and most of the time into the data, business and historic data, finding out the good revenue for the company. So with this, whatever they hold, so they do lot of things on this. As part of that, into the data science, this AI is an additional thing to them. So they are more into this research and development and making the AI reliable. So that's what they are doing now. But the problem is they are very good at research and development. They are very good at fine tuning an AI. They are very good at developing libraries, integrating libraries, writing a code, doing a testing or the notebook and all. They are very good at 100% they are good at that. But the problem is after that they don't know. They are not able to guide. Even if I give any DevOps guide to a data science engineer, and data science engineer wants something, what he has done some model, and the model he give to DevOps engineer and asking that, hey, can you make it deploy in the production or in a lower environment level, and I'm expecting like this. So this is my uh, model should look like in the staging environment or a UAT environment, and I wanted to do testing, or I wanted to do some benchmarking with the two models. So then, no, nobody is not there in the market. Nobody. So then who will going to fill this gap? So this is the gap actually. Because from the last 10 years, some messages I got. Yeah. From the last 10 years, most of the engineers are invested their time and their efforts behind the development. So where maturity level comes into the picture. So if I talk about the data and ML, machine learning or LLM, okay, maturity levels or AI maturity levels also. So last 10 years was completely they have invested into this, and maturity levels are 0 and 1 only. But now machine learning and LLM models are coming into maturity level 3 and 4 and up to 5 also. What does it mean maturity levels? So there is no integration, there is no automatic workflow previously, completely a dev environment. A single server, single notebook, that's it. POCs. And they are running a lot of POCs 6 months, 3 months. If it is working fine, okay, one or two models they are deploying and they are making out a revenue from it, and they are maintaining that only. So the responsibility is given to complete to an ML engineer. ML engineer is the only guy. He's a developer, platform, SRE, everything. So he's a full stack guy completely. So that is where data science also came. So full stack data science AI. So only one guy is doing everything. So you are doing front end, back end, API, training, okay? You are setting up the infra and guiding the other people and making them to work for you, deploying. So everything is on your head. So the people are not there outside where companies are heavily needed them. So this is the main gap that why this domain is speed. Speed it is growing and creating the more jobs. Because I wanted to give you one more statement also. What companies can be achieved, whatever they have already with the tech stack, they have applications, right? They have automation. They already running good business, right? With whatever they have products and application and everything, they are already running good business. But still more, why they wanted to implement is ML and AI. With that, what extra revenue they will get it? Because as I said, for you also, you are already in stable 5 years of experience and you're getting good package. Similar way, you can take the company also. Company also is having already the product integrated. Customers are using. They are getting good revenue, good profits from it, and they are running it also. And why they are again pouring fund over this A&ML? What extra they wanted to get it? Is they really seen that it is going to help them? My first question. Can someone answer, please? I think data science engineers can answer my question very well. No, I can't see anything on the chat. Cool. So let me go with it. So basically what happens, companies are really seeing that because the competitor companies are investing and they are making out they're leveraging the capabilities of this machine learning and AI, and they are making good revenue out of it. As competitors also is putting the more into that. So with AI, with LLM, yes, there is a real use case is there, and it is highly helpful in terms of achieving the goal. So AI is nothing but we are developing a rule-based engine. Previously, it is all the rule-based engines. So it is a rule-based system like that you can assume. Okay. So that is going to achieve your goal. As part of that, you will be involving this ML and LLM into that to achieve and to make it more highly capable and get your work done. So that is where this LLM, AI, ML comes into the picture, and AI agent is something that it will do work on behalf of your work. So you are telling something, then on behalf of you, the AI agent will do work for you. So that is the main use case of these things. Yes, but the problem, companies are getting good revenue. Okay, they see that value it is creating with this, and they are started investing the money on this teams, like hiring the people and developing the infrastructure, and also buying the GPU servers, CPU servers, and everything. Right? They're putting some fund on this. Will it really creating ROI, return of investment, to a company? So this is what the problem is. So when you ask me, directly, I wanted to do POC, I'll just create a GPU server. I don't know about it. I'll just take one server with a high family, and then I'll run a small model in it. That's it. So it is going to per hour charge you 300, 200, something like that. And then you are running and you're leaving the server up to 5 days. Like that you leave 30 days. So for a small or tiny model, you're just creating this much of billing on your account. Simple. And there is no fin team that telling you at the AML side. So this is our cuttings. So this is what we need to follow. There is no standards not at all came into the market, and nobody is not introducing that also. In some companies, yes, they are coming with that. They are learning, they are exploring, and they are doing the R&D, and they're implementing. It is nothing but a POC. Everything is now POC only. If you ask me, only 20% companies are running a successful AI ML platforms, and in 20%, 10% are providers only. 10% companies are providers only, and rest of out of 100%, so 30% I can calculate. Other 10% are still in the POC levels only. So they are not confident, but they're trying. So rest 70% of the company, they are now starting, whether they don't know that whether we should start it or not. So some startup companies have started using it by paying a small amount to the LLMs, grabbing the API, putting there into the applications, and they are running it. So it's very simple. So I cannot consider them they are starting with the AML thing. So AML thing is something you are developing on your own. You're putting your LLM into your own product, and they're making out work inside your business products, and then you're making a revenue out of it, and then you're paying to it. So that is where this AI MLOps will come into the picture. So all the companies, when you are attending any engineering meeting or any CEO, CFO, everyone will be attending, right? So when you are attending that meetings, you'll get to know that why they are discussing on the AI side, why they are discussing on the ML side. So please turn off your videos. Yeah, why they are moving to this side. So that is what we need to understand. So my focus is completely on this level. So involving what companies are bringing up and how we should act like according to them, and whatever the platform they are building. So we should be good in it, and then develop accordingly like that. Okay, so that is what my intention of this course. So if you go to the syllabus, I have covered the same thing in a module wise. So if you go to www.rajinikanthvodla.com, so here I have given this syllabus. So this is a syllabus I'm covering for this program. It's completely from the scratch level. So anyone, you are a fresher, you are a developer, or you are any technology guy, you can understand. But minimum requirements is you should have at least a cloud knowledge, at least a server knowledge, computer knowledge, or at least software knowledge, like what is app, what is Android application, web application, desktop application like this, and what is an AI, what we can do. Just a minimum things if it is there, so I can take you from there. If you are already an experienced person, then it is very easy for me to teach you, because most of the things we'll be having fundamentals. Fundamentals are very helpful for us, and then we can start immediately on the modules of Docker, Kubernetes, infrastructure setup and all things. And I wanted to also clear that one more thing, that this is not for the development. I'm not data science engineer, or I'm not a ML developer. And this course is not an ML development or a not an data science. So this is a pure platform, nothing but infra and ops. Infra and ops. Yes, here we're going to cover some things as part of development also, because in order to do deployment and everything, so yes, we need to also develop few things. We need to do training and all, right? So yes, we are also going through the initial phase of the ML and everything. So as I mentioned, entire life cycle of ML, LLM, AI agents. Okay, I'll be going to cover in this. So this is not a development. So this is completely a platform, infra and ops. So if you ask me what development is something who is putting a lot of time into just making the model into perfect. Yes, we are also going to involve into that. Yes, we are having almost equal percentage into that, along with the developer, along with the ML developer or ML engineer, right? We are also an ML engineer, but big companies, when you go, responsibilities are dividing. When the responsibilities are dividing, and this kind of job profiles are creating. So that's where we're going to learn in this course, completely setting up the model ML model and LLMs and AI and agents infrastructure, leveraging them and putting into the gap and making it out to integrate and work for as per the problem statement. Okay. So as of now, any questions that you have? So just please give me in the chat. Yes, we will be also, I got, just go to this link I have given in the chat. So Maharaj, may, yeah, you can just go to this link and click on it, so you'll be able to see that syllabus. So meet if this part of deployment or ops, then we will be architecting the whole pipeline of the deploying the models. Yes, we will be covering all this from the starting source code and from the starting the data source it is coming up from, and what pipeline will be involving from the data ingestion side to the at the end of the production model deployment side. So we will be architecting everything in this, in the LLM ops also, ML ops also, AI ops also, and agent side as well. So let me also explain you. I'll take 2 minutes and I'll explain you that. So are we going to cover few ETL tools also? Yes, ETL tools, not complete ETL tools. I'll whatever is needed for our MLOps thing, that ETL tools I'll be good, like Airflow. Okay. So some of the ETL tools that you can use, and you can take the data and do your data engineering and feature engineering and all, and then we are keeping into the feast or a feature store, and from there how we can take them. If you are doing a batch data or real-time inference, real-time data, so how you can take those data and do your model training. So these kind of things we will be going to cover in this, but not data engineering ETL or ELT tools. So what is the difference between ML models and AM? Yes, I'll be going to tell you that and all. So just give me a few minutes and then we will discuss Q&A in the last. And so I would like to tell you that, so there is a difference in MLOps, LLMOps and AIOps. What a real difference in between this? What a real difference in this? The real difference is, again, similar like you're working on the applications, your DevOps profile is working on it, right? Similar way, you are working on the ML models, working on the ML models. Okay. To manage this ML model, deploy, orchestrate, and manage and monitor and look at your drifts and then retraining process and redeploying that by doing the evaluation on it. So this is what where MLOps is coming into the picture. Okay. And what this LLM will do? LLM is already you have log language models you are taking from somewhere. You are not developing them. But in the MLOps case, your ML model is developing in your inside your company. Your developers will do that. Your data science engineer and your ML engineer will do that. Right? So they take one algorithm and then keep on training it. Okay, they take one algorithm and then keep on training it as per the problem statement and the data they have and what expect from it. So none of the model is not perfect in first shot. So they do lot of iterations on it and then finally we get one sort of a result which is where we can risk it and go for a production level. Okay. So after all your UAT done and benchmarking done and then you go into deploy into the production level. So in that process, in that life cycle, you're completely putting everything on the ML model to make it highly available, reliable, and work as efficiently as you're expecting. So that is where your MLOps is coming into the picture. LLM ops is something that you're not developing anything. You take this LLM from somewhere. So because all these are transformer architectures, you take it from the Hugging Face or you take it from the any cloud provider, you take it from the anywhere. Okay, you're taking it and utilizing at your platform. You are utilizing at your platform. I'll just give a here. Okay, you're utilizing at your platform, and yes, LLM is a third party thing, right? Somewhere it is there, and there are native, there are providers also there, and there are open source also there. Okay. So these LLMs, you're taking them and you are configuring and integrating and you're making LLM to work for your work. You wanted to achieve your goal by tuning your LLM, by adding a tools, setting up all the things and you're making your own context window to the LLM and you're making it to work as expected in the response to you. So that's where LLM ops is coming into the picture. Okay, you're taking somewhere, deploying it your own infrastructure, and then you will do all the reshaping, refactoring everything to this, and it will work for you. So this is where LLM ops is. And AI ops is something where you're not developing anything on the AI ops. So whatever I have mentioned here, it is not here. So it is something you are applying the workflows and you are applying all this on this both of this, and even DevOps also. You are applying AIOps and DevOps, MLOps, and LLMOps. So in AIOps, the main core component is LLMOps. LLM, not LLMOps, LLM. Again, how you build your AIOps? By using LLM only. So here you're not developing or you're not selling this. These two, what you can do, these two can be internal and public faced. Internal also and public faced also. What happens in the ML ops side, this model can be work at the public faced application side also, internal faced application also, intranet and internet. LLM can be also same. You can be leverage that in your inside your infrastructure, or you can also create and make it more reliable and more efficient, and then you can sell it to the customers. But AIOps is not like that. You will not sell to anybody. So there are already some tools there. Splunk and other things, IBM Waston tools are there already, Mongoose and all. So Neuralink, CloudWatch, everything you take, they're just integrating in their product. Okay. And you, as you are a cloud user, you're paying extra for it. That's it. So they are already having the product and they just integrated that. Similar way on your infrastructure, you are integrating this AIOps to see and solve the problem, speed, uh, not depending on the human thing. So what human will do? Human will take a lot of time. Human will take a lot of time to understand anything going wrong. I'll give you an example. If a small pod is crashed on the Kubernetes, it is showing up, container is running, but all of a sudden it got down. Then, yes, do we not have anything before an AIOps that alerting mechanism and all? Yes, we have the tools and they are going to alert you, but they are not that much efficient. So when an alert comes, you'll just go into that and you see that which service and what category. Okay, this. And then you started investigating, going to your Confluence and checking the previous solutions which you have solved, and then you're thinking about it. Is this the correct change or a wrong change? You're not sure about it. You have to depend on your senior. And again, if there is no document and you have to debug and you have to find the solution for it. So which is going to take a lot of time, at least 1 hour for you. If it is a P1 incident, done. Okay. So without wasting that time, if you use LLM capabilities in your AIOps, that will suggest you a change by understanding your infrastructure, because we are going to feed the same thing. We are going to feed a knowledge base, context, everything into the AIOps. That, so this is my infrastructure. So these are my products. So these are my workloads are running in this environments. So this has happened. So you have to take this action. There is two things. You are directly asking to an AI is one thing, or you are implementing an agent here is one thing. So when you implement an agent, it will do a 50% of work behalf of you. So this is still in a, this is not into the production level still. Companies are doing POCs. Companies are moving towards this to uh, solve the meantime recovery problem. Okay. AI agents are proving that yes, AI agent can solve meantime recovery problem of a 12 members team efficiently. At least it is not giving correct solution, but it can do some sort of work for you where a human can come and confirm it and go for it. So that is where the AIOps and AI agents will come into the picture, and it is by the next year, every company will be on this stack. Every company will be used. So if you see last 1.5 year back, nobody is not actively using LLM, but now you see everyone is using LLM. Similar way, by next coming year, 2027, AIOps and AI agents is complete into every company and every stack. You take development, you take testing, you take anything, it will be there. So this is the main problems, the main goal of a company is to fill this. But the problem is happening here. Nobody is not there. Exactly what should they have to build the infra and make it uh, a concise infra for it, because they're going for bulky and amount is getting created and billing is happening more and no POC is not properly deliverable, and then dissatisfying the our CEOs or CFOs or product owners and all, and they're dropping the POCs and then they're not moving for it. So in few companies this is happening. In few companies they are actively looking out it, and in few companies they are directly going for patents. They're not, if somebody is not doing anything, they find something, then they're going for the patents directly. So this is what this domain is growing very fast, and this is the right time to go, and I'm going to cover in this course. And to just show you some lab from LLM or MLOps side, from the starting of taking a data and deploying into the model, and we'll understand how it is. Let's say I have a problem statement. Think like you started a company and you have a statement, a problem statement that you're discussing with your BA, business analyst. I'll take one problem. So I am a internet service provider or any provider you take. I have released this product from last 10 years, and there are good customers for me, and they took subscription and going everything is fine. But all of a sudden in the market competitors came. Competitors are offering a more discounts or more things to the customers. So customers started looking into the two things, at my product and competitor product. Now we don't know that guy is going to cancel the subscription at our product and go for the competitor product. We cannot directly say that, but based on his behavior or based on his connections and all, so we can analyze that this customer in next month he is going to be subscribed, he is going to continue our subscription, or he may going to desubscribe it. So like that we wanted to understand, it's called churn. Churn means whether customers are going out of from your clutches or your product or your subscriptions, like that. Okay. So this is my problem statement. I was actively discussing with my BA that my BA is keep on telling that because he is having all 3 seasons of data with him and mindset, everything with him, and is keep on telling me that we should give these discounts and with this we should give this one, that one and all. And he took all these things, he done a lot of research and he give it to the data science engineer. Now by looking at the thing, what we have to do it, what we wanted to get the problem solution for it. So we need to develop a churn system where we have to predict whether this customer will be going to cancel his subscription. Is the risk there or not? If based on his behavior, based on his things, if he going to cancel, then what kind of offers we can offer him? So that is the next level of discussion. First, we wanted to identify which customer is going to be cancel a subscription like this. So this is the problem statement, and all we are discussing, and we come up with this solution, right? So for that, we are already having some historic data. What we have? Some historic data. So historic data is from your different sources. Maybe it is from your DB. It is from your DB, and it is from the third-party API, third-party external things, or it is from your own company, right? You have multiple products, right? So like that, or it can be from the open source data, which is available in the internet, or you buy this data from somewhere. So there are some data providers also, right? Some companies will sell the data of their customers also. Yes, it is there. Some example BPO, you can take this calling things, right? So those guys will sell the data. Similar way, you're taking this data from there. And so you have all this data and you wanted to take this data into your platform. So where data engineers are going to work on this. Data engineering team, ETL, ELT tools, they will use and they'll work hard for this. And it can be anything. I'm not only telling this one. In some companies, their data only is much enough. Then don't need outside data also. So they'll work hard to make a more fine-tuned data. Let's say fine data, a nice data where it is directly we can um, predict what happened or what is going on, what is the business insights, everything you can get it from this data. So the main core things are data engineers and data engineering team. They will work hard here in this case. Okay, yes, not only this, the data engineering team is working for only for these things. No, so there are different cases also. I can see multiple messages. Uh, so just a quick answers. What is difference between ML model and LM? I actually told you like ML model is only focus on numeric integer means in a regression way only. Okay, and mostly it is on the probability. It is a mathematical thing. But when you come to the LLM is something where it applied on the generations. It will always work on the tokens. Okay, so it understand in a sequence way, and then it will by doing a sentiment analysis and all and generating the next token. So that is what the LLM is. So LLM is having with some capabilities. It can write a new text for you by analyzing a pattern, and then it will analyze and do and generate the new text for you. So that is the LLM where it can think about you. So based on the whatever the tokens they have and whatever the embeddings you are using over there. So with that, it will be understanding that and then it will generate the new one of what context you are giving on it. So that is the LLM. And are we also focusing on productionizing the codes as data science or ML engineers mainly give the notebooks experiment codes? Yes, we are doing that. So we start from the notebook to production. So in notebook, in notebook, whatever data science engineers or ML engineers are doing, right? Each cell they run. We also do that. And then we understand that, oh, this is done. We got an artifact. Then we go for it, for the deployment. Difference cloud have different services for AI like SageMaker, Azure AI Foundry. So SageMaker and Machine Learning Studio and Vertex AI I'll be covering. But Azure Foundry I'll look because I'm not mentioned in this. So I have to look it because it's going to charge high in my account. I have to go for the pay as you go only. So for the normal ops only, it is going to charge me very high. So I'll look at that point. So if you have some good time, I will cover that. So are you showing setting up dev UAT prod environment? Yes, I'll be showing that. Is MLOps required a small ML project or only for large scale system? That's a good question. RMR, there's no name. RMR is there. Yeah, it is a good question. For one or two models, you don't need MLOps cycle. For you, see, only single model, one ML engineer is enough. Why an MLOps guy is needed? Let's say you have a small app. A small app is one developer is enough. Why a DevOps engineer is needed? So you directly deploy into the serverless architecture and you can run it. Right? Similar way also, we don't need it. So do we implement CI/CD pipelines? Yes, we will be also going for the orchestrators, CI/CD orchestrated tools, and we'll do that. Do you cover LLM cost? Yes, I'll be covering this LLM tracking, monitoring cost also with Langsmith kind of tools. Okay, we'll be covering the three major cloud. Yes, I'll be covering the three major clouds. Okay, so we'll come to the question and answers in the last. So I can see that coming like that only. Sir, I attended earlier MLOps batch. In our current project, AI agents are being explored, part of MLOps and AIOps. From your experience, where do AI agents bring the... Okay, I'll tell you, Sai, that. So as you attended already last batch, you have good understanding on AI MLOps. You should just explore it. You will get it easily. So you don't need a separate training. Okay. So this data has been collected, and then so there will be a sort of feature engineering you have to do, because this data is not a fine data. So it can be having lot of trash, duplicates, not outliners are not correct. So no normalization. All these things you have to do in the feature engineering. And then you can go for the training part. Okay. Then you can go for the training part. So here is where your MLOps will be coming into the picture. Okay. Then you do training experiment, you can say. A training experiment. And then after an experiment, you will be evaluating. And then after evaluating, you will be register. Okay. And after register, you will think on whether it is, see here in the evaluation, let's say a champ or a challenger. Okay. Challenger. So you can say like champion is who is running in the production, the model which is running in the production. Challenger, the guy who is challenging this production guy. Okay. So challenger need to have almost the same score of what production is running. If you are deploying them, challenger into the production, it doesn't make sense. It will create a business risk. Okay. So here you will be promoting them by adding stage, dev, UAT, and prod like this. And then you will do A and B testing. And then you deploy into prod. If you are not sure about the prod, then do A and B do testing, performance testing, and then you can deploy. And once you deploy, you go for monitoring, where monitoring involving into your drifts, model drift, concept drift, feature drift. Okay. So like this, drift will be there, and retraining will be coming into the picture again. Retrain. So this retrain is in the two types. You need to collect the feedback loops and you need to also collect the drifts. So with that, whether you're going with this retraining of batch data or real-time data. So a lot of things are involved here, right? It is not only the single thing in the notebook I have run normal cells. No. So this entire thing is coming into the picture into your job role. So it's a good kick actually. Okay, there are many tools here, we can use them. So to give you a good understanding on this, I would like to show you one lab, and so that we can go for the question and answers, because you will get more questions after I'm showing the lab. Yeah. Let me open. So this is the thing. You can find this repository from my GitHub repository. Uh, Live stream, I can get some. If anybody is doing any message in the live stream, I can't see them. Yes, guest. Yes, there is a exploratory data analysis also. So before your feature engineer, after your feature engineering, or for you can do exploratory data analysis. That way, what you should drop, what you should keep, and which is going to affect. Because what happens? Nice question. What happens here? What happens here? Let's say, example, you're getting a data. This is a table. Okay, this is a table. So this table is having all these rows and columns. Rows and columns. Okay, like this. Sorry, you have all rows and columns. What happening here? You are entering your name and your mobile number and your pin code and your area and your email address and your gender and also some other information. I wanted to predict you that whether you are going to buy my product or not. So in order to analyze you are able to buy my product or not, what information I need it from you? What information I need? Basically, I need your gender because you are male or female. I need your, I don't need your email ID. Maybe something also, it is an optional, okay? I need your address from which area you're coming up, and I need your mobile number. I don't need your name, right? Uh, so these are other things that I can consider on it. I'm telling an example, okay? So these things I can consider on it, so I can judge you that whether you can buy my product or not. And one more thing, this is a batch data, right? I can download it from the internet. I can download it from the internet, right? So there is another data which you are logging into the Google, okay? You're going into the Google or you are into the Meta in the Instagram. Okay, you are watching your all the reels, and also Meta in the behind the scene in the API. These guys are actually selling the data to you. So they will collect all your timestamps, your behavior, everything. So Google API also. So it is also going to collect everything. So if you get this data from there, and here, what is your interest in a day? What keywords you're searching? What is it, what timestamp you're doing, so I can correlate these things, right? Like this, I have different datas at the different products. You might be an existing customer, you might be a new customer, so I wanted to find out all these relations, and then I can decide that which is important for me and which is not important for me. So I can take a probability here. So most of the majority data is like this, I can predict. That's where you are doing all this, right? Feature engineering and exploratory data analysis. This is very important, and data science engineer will do this actually. So if we wanted to do also, we don't have that matter expertise in it. So that's where I call data science engineers as a subject matter experts. Okay. So what we need and what we should drop and what should, because see, here some optional things are there which is not making any sense to my model. I have a model here. I have a model here. So this model is need only 5 features. 5 features what? Mobile number, pin code, and your gender, and your address, and your which existing product you buy. Let's say these 5 features are enough my model to give you one score on your profile. So I'm also feeding other things, which is my model is not necessary even not necessary. It is not, won't consider them also. So in that case, you are unnecessarily feeding the heavy data on it, right? You're wasting your time on the training process, and you are consuming here a GPU here for it, right? And the training, because so this could be uh, in YouTube it is stopped. Maybe let me check. I don't know what happened here. I can see that it is still streaming. So here, what happening? So here you're consuming the GPU as well, right? Yes, your training process will be more, where you're only focusing on this and why you're sending this all. So this is where your engineering expertise and subject matter expertise will come into the picture and what you have to focus on it. In some days after, so there are a lot of things in the data set, okay? There are a lot of equations, formulas that people are bringing, okay? And you can go for it, and once you have good data, and you will put it into the feature store, and from there you will go for the training the model. Okay, we will discuss in deep in our classes. I I forgot that to load this. Okay, so here I have I have a repository. You can find in my GitHub repository also. So what this will be doing, let me draw a sample diagram and then I'll implement this. So what happens, I took an automated orchestrator tool called Airflow, where I'm utilizing this like a CI/CD pipeline. You can use GitHub Action, you can use Predictor, Flight, you can use Argo, you can use many other Qflow also, you can use other tools also. But I'm using this because I find more value about this and it is very good and most of the companies will be using like Airbnb, Netflix and Amazon, everyone will be use this Airflow in the open source. Then what I'm building on top of this, I'm building DAGs. DAGs are like jobs, okay? DAGs are like jobs. So these DAGs are running four things for me. Okay, four things for me. What are they? The first one is it will collect the data, ingest the data. Okay, collect the data or ingest the data. You can say anything, or you can scrape the data. Once you scrape it and put it in one store, and from there you can ingest to your any one of your side, ML side or somewhere. And then once it is doing, and then it will load the data. Okay, for FE. Okay, and then it is going to train my model. Train my algos, nothing but model, I will say. So it is going to do on the three models. This is nothing but experiment. This is nothing but experiment. As part of this, it is going to log this experiment into the MLFlow. Okay, and this MLFlow is not here. This is going to run on the Kubernetes, I'll tell you. Okay, and then what happens? It is going to evaluate. Evaluation will be running on it. So what this evaluation will do, so with this evaluation we can judge that, so which is the challenge champion model and which is the challenger. We can understand with the comparison that you can do in the MLflow also. No need of separate automation, but separate automation can do that and promote that automatically. At least it will register that. Okay, you can register that, but we will do in the MLflow with the old UI manually. So these are the DAGs. It will run on my Airflow, and where it will run? It will run on my Kubernetes. It run on my Kubernetes. Here it will run. So Airflow also run on my Kubernetes. And for this Airflow, what we need? We need a DB. Okay, Postgres DB we need. So this DB also running in the Kubernetes only. Okay. And for my MLflow also, here is my MLflow. For my MLflow also, I need a DB. Where the DB is running? In my Kubernetes. And for my MLflow, I want a storage where I wanted to store the artifacts. Which one I can use? I can use MinIO open source. Okay, MinIO. So this MinIO will be integrated with my MLflow and this is where it is running. It is running on the Kubernetes only. Okay, and all the uh, artifacts and model things you will be your Airflow, everything, ML runs, everything you will be pushing into the MinIO only. And then there will be the fast API is going to run. Where this fast API is running? It is running on my Kubernetes only. So this fast API will load a model from the MLFlow, whichever I have tagged as a production, not stage, production. So this is going to take, and this fast API will do A and B testing by using my Kubernetes ingress. Okay. And then there is a front end, a UI, which is with the React.js, Node.js and Tailwind, a front end dashboard where it will tell on which model is predicting good and which model is not predicting in A and B testing. So this is how we are missing monitoring, and we are not actively doing that. With monitoring section is I have not developed anything here. I just done before 1 hour before only for this lab. So I just wanted to show you, and we will discuss on it. So here, while for my problem statement, I wanted to collect the data. Where can I go for it? You can go for Hugging Face, you can go for Kaggle, you have other platforms also. You can also download the government data as well, verified data. You can download them. If you go here at my GitHub repository, so this is the repository where you can find docs also, how to set up everything. So all the docs I have did here, and DAGs also have created here. You can see these are all the DAGs. All the DAGs will be the code into the Python only, and no need to worry about the Python. Okay. Python is a very comfortable language, and you will be not going to do code with your hands every time. You need to understand the concept on the Python. So people who are afraid about the Python, don't be afraid about it. Just take it as a good learning curve. So it will be very easy. Because since we are an AI ML engineer and LLM ops engineer, we have to set our own code agents where it do a code like us. I'll going to teach you that. Okay. And so these are other DAGs which will do data ingestion, feature engineering, model training, and model evaluation and full pipeline. So meanwhile, let me run this platform. Let me run this platform. So I can see what is the link of your, let me give you that. So this is my link. Just you can, if you open, you can see that. Okay. So here, scripts. So in my script, I have quick setup. Cleanup is there. Yes. So this is the one quick setup. So let me give a quick setup PS1. So it is going to run in a phases mode. Okay. So which is going to set up everything. What I am doing in my local system. In my local system, I am creating one Kubernetes cluster. You should must have Docker installed, Docker desktop installed. Let me show you that. Docker desktop installed, and kubectl installed, git also installed, helm also installed, chocolatey, okay, chocolatey also installed. So please install all this in your system, because in coming future classes we'll be going to run labs mostly. So I'll tell you the prerequisites and set up everything, but don't worry, just I wanted to show you that. So here, if I go and run this, it will create a kind cluster for me. and then it will deploy all the things. So it will create a 3-node cluster for me. On top of the 3-node cluster, it will deploy Airflow, PostgreSDB, MinIO, MLFlow, and also it is going to deploy Fast API. It is going to deploy our dashboard also, which is we are going to do. So for that, I have already arranged all the things here. You can also set up just your local, make a video and publish at your GitHub page. So anybody asks that you can simply show this. It will be a good thing. Or you can take a screenshot while you're doing and you can add it as a project. So you will get some, it is nothing but the real-time mimicking. I'm not telling 100%, but I can say that 40% I have mimicked. 40% with this lab I have mimicked the real-time scenario. 30 to 40, not even 40, 30 to 35. Because lot of things will be. So we are doing at the local environment very simple. There is no security, there is no identity access, there is no sensitive information, right? So permissions, roles, no nothing. Those things are not coming up in this between. But when you go for the real infrastructure, these are all the matters. Then your development. I guess it is running, so it will take some time. And once the cluster is ready, then it will deploy all these things. So if you see in this Docker, you have a Docker file for the Airflow, which we are building our own custom image for the Airflow, because if you pull Helm Airflow, it will give you an error. That is not correct. You need to sort it out. And you have executors also, Kubernetes executor, local executor, shell executor, like that. We will discuss in the class what Airflow is, what flight is and all. So are we going to deploy project on EKS or any production-like environment? Yes, we are going to deploy on the EKS. EKS, AKS, GKE also with GPU servers. We'll see with CPU servers. Now everything is CPU only. No GPU is not involved. We can able to manage with the CPU of training models, small models, but not big models. If you are really concerned about the training, then you must need a GPU notebook and GPU server. So in real time, what happened? Yes, you will have one single GPU server where you engineers are getting notebook access. You will run the cells and you get output. But sometimes company will give you bunch of GPU servers. You need to set up a cluster, then give the access to the developers in a pod. Like you wanted to save some time. So in that case, this is your job. You have to set up, you have to give access, and you need to integrate all these things, and you need to also do some engineering behind the server. What runtime you have to select, which models it is, how much process it is going to take. So these are all these engineering you need to do. So since cloud is came already, everything is already specified, but they're charging same like that only because it is costly. There we have to very careful to select and make the environment and do deployments. So meanwhile, I'll just back in 1 minute. I'm back. Sorry. It's still running. Now it is deploying the MLFlow. Let it be. And meanwhile, I can see questions. Visual. In real-world production environment, is there concept of distributed training, distributed data handling, touch? Yes, distributed in the sense, yes. Yep. We need to do pipeline parallelism also because you can't store everything at one single storage. You have to split it them, put it in a different isolated way, and then get them. That is also there, and it is also a training thing, right? Yes, parallel training also you'll be doing that. Okay, and data handling, as I said, pre-processing, cache, all these things are matter. Model inference, yes, it's a matter at the model inference side also. That you have to take a lot of steps in it in a standardized way. The inference side. So already cloud side native inference services are available, but still you have to focus on it. What latency, throughput, how much it is in how many seconds it is respond back to you. If it is doing most delay to in the response, then customer will be felt unhappy, right, with your model to do chat. Or even at the application side, if it is giving a slow response, then it is not good. So all these things are matter. Yes, it is there at the real time. These are all highly matter. That is what we're gonna cover. So it will load. Basically what happens here, first it will create a Kubernetes cluster and top of that it will deploy an Airflow. Okay, let's open the terminal. kubectl get nodes. kubectl get nodes. You can see here I have a control plane and two worker nodes. And kubectl get ns namespaces. Is it created namespace? Yes, Minayo it is created, MLFlow it is created, Postgres it is created, Airflow also it is created just 9 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, and 10 minutes ago. Okay. kubectl get pods -n Airflow. So as of now, it's not started deploying the Airflow. I think it developed the Docker image. Docker images. So Airflow MLOps latest is there. I think it is loading this image into the kind cluster. In real time, what happens? This image will download it from your registry, ECR, Docker Hub, ACR, or a GCR. From there, it will download. But here, since we are in the local system, it has to load. The kind has to load this image. That is a step loading the image into the kind. Let it be. And then what happens? It will also develop a Docker image for MLflow and then it will deploy. You can also directly take it from the Helm. You can add a Helm repo and deploy it. But I think that will be failed. So if you want to give a try, you can give a try on the Killer Coda. So you go to Killer Coda. So Killer Coda is a website where it will give you 1 hour a free Kubernetes cluster for you. You just sign in with your GitHub account and then you can get it a 2 node cluster here. It is nothing but Kuberium only. Yeah, so not a Minikube, Kuberium only. So here Kubernetes 1.34 is the version. You can start it here. Yeah. But in 1 hour, you cannot do all the things. The time will be over, and again you have to redevelop. kubectl get nodes. When you type like this, you are able to see one control plane and node build, which is very easy accessible. You can try here to do some practice on the Kubernetes for ML. Take one simple ML model, small tiny model like XGBoost, and then create a normal small data set of name, gender, mobile, email address like that, and then do train. Otherwise, you take some data from the Kaggle, go to Kaggle, take any data. Otherwise, create a normal a sample data into a CSV file and then load it and then do a training to your small model XGBoost or something like that or cat boost, and then you can deploy it in the here itself in the Kubernetes, so that you will get some experience, you will understand. And the pipeline side, so pipeline side is always company's decision, guys. What orchestrator we wanted to use it. Yes, I have many tools. I have many tools. As I said, flight also have, okay. And I have GitHub Actions, and I have Jenkins, and I have Airflow, and I have Predict or something new one, a new alternative to Airflow only, I guess this tool. Okay. So I have other Argo also for the operations, GitOps things, and Kubeflow. I have other GitLab, CI/CD. I have all these tools, but are this really how you wanna do this? Okay, how you wanted to use? So among this one, this one, this one are the top priorities. This is enterprise level. And Jenkins, no, not actively we use. So are we going to cover managed MLflow? Yes. Well, managed MLflow again. So whichever the service is giving by the cloud in Azure side, so they'll give in your SageMaker also. You will able to see direct a service. I'll try to cover it that, but what happens there, you won't get much exposure to setup. But at your own, you have own DB, own artifact storage, own MLflow. It will be very good how many experiments you run in a server. You can limit that. But at the managed side, it will be continuously increase your cost. How do you cover? See, I'm just see any course that you have to say one number, right? At least 30 days, 45 days, it will increase. I will not tell you that it is going to be done in 12 weeks. It will increase surely. So these are all the tools. Here if you take the Jenkins, no, I have not seen any time. If I say also how should I do? Because I am an engineer, I can set up it. Yes, you can set up it on the Jenkins, but lot of work you have to do. And GitHub Actions, it is works because you can use Kubernetes GPU executors for this GitHub Actions to run these actions on it. Works. GitLab also same. So these are all the CI/CD pipeline that you can use, and Argo Flow also you can use. Okay. Argo Flow also you can use. Good. So here it is matter that how you wanna proceed for your CI/CD and training and these things. If here while you're doing training, your training process will increase. You wanted to bring up the new solutions, the process, the time, everything is a matter, right? So you want to go with pre-built things or which is make your time very easier with a distributed way. How do you go with? You have to go with the or Ray or Cypher something there in the Python. Okay, with these things frameworks, you have to go and integrate with your ML model. Then you can do a training and then deploy. So these are all the things we will be going to cover. So here also what it do, we are using Airflow in our lab, using Airflow. Post SQL was done, Minayo is done, Redis is done, okay, and the MLflow is done. Airflow is now going on, okay. So now, what we are discussing? Yes. So this is the main part where our job will be involved, and then promoting this, okay, into the different environment. You're doing evaluation, okay, you have, so how can I say that one model is perfect for me? You and me are there, somebody wants to evaluate between us, then they will consider some things, right? What they will consider? Some this much height, this color, this gender, this thing, and you're that, this and like this. Some metrics will be there to evaluate anything. You take any physical thing, normal thing, anything. So there will be some metrics to measure it. Similar way for any ML model, you wanted to measure it. Is it correct or not? Then the metrics are there for each of your algorithm, not model. So algorithm and the model, you need to understand here. Algorithm is already having a mind, like it is a kind of a recipe. So the process, what should do to achieve this kind of a set of process, it know it. To that process, you are adding your components and achieving your goal. So that is the model. So algorithm is something which know it a process, which is it is having all the standards with it, and to that you are adding your own data components and you're doing training to that, and ultimately in the end you will get one artifact. That is your model. Example dot pickle file or job lib like this. So this is going to, you're going to process it to serving, register and serve and do inference. So that is what. So serving, inference and all these terminologies. Registering means it is similar like you are registering your Docker image with your remote repository. Remote repository. Uh, Remote repository. And then after serving and inferencing. So this comes at your deployment side. You'll be deploying into the platform, and you'll get incoming request to your model. So that's where the serving inference will come into the picture. We'll be going to discuss in a module wise, in a divided concepts, so that it will be very easy. If I keep everything in a bunch like this and bombarding on your brain, you'll not understand all this terminologies at one time. Let me see this. Just hold on with me because it is going to take more 5 minutes, I guess. Then we can see the result. So what happens in the Airflow as well? You always not run CI/CD pipelines like GitHub Actions. You know, it is a DAX that run on a scheduled basis and it will automate. Example: if I have a GitHub here, and I have my source code, I have a repository where my developer retained, kept everything here, and that needs to be run. Here you have an Airflow. Here you have an Airflow. Here in the Airflow, there will be a DAX. Okay, DAX. So this DAG, you need to run it. So this DAG you can schedule and what time you wanted to run, manually you wanted to run, and automatically schedule, it has to trigger. Or downstream also it can be triggered. If one DAG is run, and this can be triggered with respect to after the completion of other DAG. So like this also you can make it, or with webhooks also you can trigger it. Let's say somewhere some task is deployed or something happened, it can trigger the DAG. Like that also we can give a remote hook. Here the code is there. So where you will keep this DAG code? This DAG code you will be putting into here only, here in this repository. This DAG code you will write it here. So let's say my laptop is here. My laptop is here. I wanted to do some change. I wanted to do some change about my DAG. About my DAG. You just update in your laptop and push it to your repository. No need to run CI/CD pipeline. No need to run CI/CD pipeline. You just update it automatically. Your airflow will sync to this one. Will sync to this one. It will sync to this one, and it will this latest code will be updated here. No need to CI, CD, deploy, approval. No, it's not like the regular thing. So that is the beauty of this. So you can do like this and the DAG. So this DAG can be run automatically. You just need to update here. So it will be in a sync. It always do a sync every 60 seconds. So this is the configuration of the airflow. Who will be going to do that? You. You are the person to set up this. You are the person to set up. If nobody is not there, then who is the second person? DevOps or a platform DevOps guy. That's it. Nobody not there to do this because it's not come to their tech stack. They don't have a right time to invest on this, right? So they will not do that. Every engineer is important because they do their own responsibilities. You can see now here deploying an airflow and waiting for the airflow to init and complete. Here it is running it. Okay, let's go and see it here. I think my laptop will hang. kubectl get pods -n airflow. Oh, it is. Now it is running. Scheduler is having a problem. If it is done, then done. Crash to back. Running. Great. Say what this init? One tell me how init container good, but what it is doing, what it will do. Yes, before a main container runs, Vivek, but yes, before a main container runs, this init container is going to run, and then it will ping your external thing. If you give it to DB, or if you to give it to any other service, or if you to give it to any external API or something, once it will get the response, then it will initiate the main container. Along with main container, sidecar container will run. What the sidecar container? Sidecar container is we should inject into your pod, and along with the main container, sidecar container will run and get the metrics. It will scrape all the information from the main container and push it to the your central distributed system like MIM here, or your Loki, or your Prometheus times databases, whatever you're keeping over there, and you can visualize them in the Grafana. That's where, or you can use ELK also. That's where you involving an AI and you call it as an AIOps to troubleshoot that. Now it is completed, okay, but our process is not completed here. Let this complete and we can go for exposing the ports. I guess it is already doing that. Let me take this readme. What port number I have given? 8000 or 8080. Copy this, go here, touch it. Think service is not exposed. Let's wait. It's running fast API image. So here under this SRC, if you go here, the code is there for data, features, front end, serving, app, all this here. It's a nice repo. It took me around 3.5 hours to develop this, 3 to 4 hours, this repository, but it will give you a nice experience if you build this in your local lab. If we go here under Airflow, so config map, DAX config map, init job, PVPVC, scheduler. In this scheduler, if you see here, so this is where it is syncing with my repository, main, and every 60 seconds it will check that. So I'm not able to understand. I have data analytics knowledge. Can I join? I'm fresher with gap. Yes, you can. You're already having data analytics, but I request you to also parallelly concentrate on cloud operations and some AML knowledge also. What is model, what is LLM, how to use, what they do. However, I'm going to cover that, but parallelly, if you do your research and investigations, it will help you better to understand more. So that is what my intention. Everyone is welcome here because it's a nice domain, heavy packages, good job, no pressure. Pressure is there, but not like heavy pressure because this domain is now starting. There is no production support jobs. Production support jobs will create after 2027. But now everyone is looking for platform, solutions, development, engineering, automation. SRE is not there still, AI SRE. So that's where AI ops is already there. It is also in the development only. They are asking observability engineers to set up the AI system, but it is not fully functionally working in the production. So it's the right time. If I come to this one, here you have all the passwords. Okay, this is where my Minayo system is connects, and for front end, for Minayo buckets PVPVC. So MLFlow, here this is the port numbers and Postgres it is going to connect, and MLFlow and MLFlow 123, there is no, this is for the database. For MLFlow we are not having any authentication, and the service is exposing on the 5000. Model serving, so we are deploying this model. Okay, so these are the endpoints that it is going to create with the service, and then here is the A and B things. It is a logic. This is a logic that is going to randomly generate some data and send it to A and B. So here the weights I have set for the AB model 0.1, okay, B model 0.9 and A model like this. So with this it will always send the traffic, but here some retry logic is there. After we deployed, we can able to see that in the front end that which model is performing for which inference. So this is a Postgres and this is Redis for the cache. Okay, is it done? No. Which one it is developed now? Fast API only. So one more there. After that, it will be okay. Just bear with me. Yes, Airflow is running right now. Admin and admin. Once you signed in, admin, admin 123. Oh, what is this UI? Yes, this is correct UI. The schedule is daily, daily. Training is weekly. Model evaluation is daily. And full this fifth and data pipeline, MLOps pipeline, these are different DAGs. Okay. For us, we can only concentrate on data ingestion, feature engineering, model training, and model. Once I started enable this toggle, it will start run as an initial run. Okay. So then you can run it here, and so these are the tasks that will run. And if you enable, if you click on this, it will open this DAG, and what all the tasks it is running in the thing, it will open everything here. So here it will open logs and the map all. So this is how this graph is, and task duration, task tries and all. If you click on this DAX, it will show you. If you click on this cluster, it will show you. If you have any data sets that you integrated, it will show you. And admin configuration, everything it will show you. Okay. And docs. Okay. Are you running data in? No, I'm not running anything in the separate pods. I'm running in Airflow. Airflow will manage all this. I am not keeping anything to the pod specific. I'm telling to Airflow. Airflow scheduler will manage. Because in Kubernetes, I have allocated a namespace, certain CPU and memory with the deployment configuration. Even I can go for HPI configuration. So accordingly, it will scale up. And none of this DAG is not specific to any pod. It is to Airflow. Airflow will handle that. So we won't involve here. In production, they must be in separate pod, right? As part of your pipeline, so these are the stages. Let's say you are dividing this work, then it is separate only. If you are not with the Airflow and you have other tools, you have separate DAG for the data ingestion. Let's say data ingestion, you wanted to run it separately and do separate, create a separate workflow for it, separate DAG for it, and run it. Feature engineering, run it separately, separate pipeline for it, and you do your all these things, and then promote into one store, feature store and all. And from there you can go for the training. So if you wanted to do isolated and separately, yes, you can go for it. We will cover Kubernetes from scratch No, whatever the Kubernetes is needed for our AI ML ops, I'll be covering that. Mostly 50% of the Kubernetes, 30 to 40% of the Kubernetes, what needed for the configuration level I will cover. Not everything, like every component of the Kubernetes, it will be a full course, right? So if you want, I can give my old batch access videos. So for that, you can discuss with me. So I can give you all the videos. There is complete from scratch to everything is there. So you can get that videos access. So can we use GitHub Actions instead Airflow? Yes, you can use. When you are using GitHub Actions, here you can use an executors of the Kubernetes where your runner as a pod, where your runner as a one single pod. So if you're using them, there it will be a separate pod. You're running that in a separate server or a separate container as a service. So like that you can run. So that is different again. So this is different. This is a tool orchestrator. This is an orchestrator. GitHub Actions is a pure pipeline thing. Okay, let's see this. Yes, it is done. You can see it is done. What it is telling that, hey, your local host is this Airflow is there and MLFlow also there. To export them, I need to run this and then I have to run this DAX. Okay, let me do quickly. Do this. It's running. Localhost 500 and 9001. 9001. 500. Localhost 500. 5000, sorry. And localhost 9001. So this is Minayo. This is Minayo. This is MLFlow. You can see. This is MLFlow. This is Minayo. And this is, oh my God. I think Minayo admin. Minayo admin. Minayo admin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wrong. What is the password? Minayo admin 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Minayo admin 1, 2, 3. Logged in. So here you can see object browser and buckets. The buckets will be created here. Buckets will be created here. So what is Minayo object? Minayo object is an open source tool that same act like your AWS S3 compatibilities. Same. Whatever you're getting with managed service of AWS, you get it here. So that is the beauty of this, and people are using it at production level also, company enterprise level also. So if I can ask in the this one, where is Minayo? Minayo secrets. Here I have Minayo admin and Minayo admin 1, 2, 3, right? I don't know commands. I need to search. Minayo commands to list then not to URL list S3. AWS CLI only works for it. This is the command. So for this, what you can do, you can get into the new one, AWS configure, wrong, AWS configure, Minayo admin, Minayo admin 123. That's it. Now copy this one, my bucket. But here that is localhost. Then what is the bucket name we have here? Uh, data lake, something like Minayo admin. Did I give an correct one? Minayo admin, Minayo. Let me copy and do one more time. You can actually take this, but this access keys will not work. Something wrong. Ah, 9,000. No, you have objects not set. Airflow bucket. What we want? We want only this buckets command. Meanwhile, let's see our, this is running, right? Yes. So what we do, we'll just go here, alias set access key, secret key, then my Minayo, endpoint. Okay, just copy this one. Let me give a last try without wasting time. We'll go. See, you can see buckets are coming here. Okay. It act like same with your AWS CLI tool only. It will work for you. Coming to here, I would like to set this one and run this one. After this ran successfully, I wanted to go for feature engineering. So what is happening here? If I go to this data ingestion, click on this. If you allow me more 20 minutes, I'll complete and then we can discuss question and answers. I can see that we are already running more than 2 hours. Sorry for it. Krishna, Kubernetes call it as an orchestration, but you are saying it's a pipeline orchestration. It's a pipeline orchestration. Kubernetes is a container orchestration. Okay, orchestration is something where it manage. On top of level, it will manage all the components where you get a good uh, automation or managing all this called orchestration. Scheduler does not appear to be running. Last heartbeat was received 50 cents ago. The tag may be not updated and will not be scheduled. Second run is running, right? Download ingest, okay. Open. Yes, it's opening now. You can see here download dataset, validate data, upload to Minayo and clean up temp files. Okay. If I click on this, it will show me this. If you click here, code, this is a code. Okay. This is a code. Where I'm taking from this URL, IBM Telco. Okay. This is the CSV it is downloading. Okay, this is the dataset URL. If I go to graph, this is how it will run this task. Now this task is run. And if you go for logs, it will show you the logs if this DAG is got failed. It will do retry also. If the one task is get failed, it will do retry also. But now it is not visualizing the logs. That's not a problem. It is a small issue. I think I have to fix it. So here, it's already done, right? Now it is running on the which one it is running on the downloading data. It has to go for validate data and then upload data. Upload where into Minayo. Where is Minayo? Here is a Minayo. You can see all the objects are zero. All the objects are zero. Here in your validate data, it's validating now. It is validating now. Yeah, my system is hanging. Guess. Okay, now cursor is speed. DVC is like your data version control kind of same like your GitHub. Same, the functionalities is same, but your DVC you apply your GitHub, your Google Drive storage, you apply your S3, it's your wish. It's for the version, data versioning kind of control thing. You can apply it, it's an open. You can also apply to Minayo. But Minayo already versioning is there right here. If you go to the buckets and you just click on this bucket and it is asking you the versioning already here, right? AWS S3 also already there, right? Okay, upload to Minayo, successful. Not opening, but yes, it is showing now successful. Okay, let me come object browser. Here you can see three objects are uploaded. Raw, telcochan, and here you can see the CSV. You know, here you can download, do whatever you want. Many options are available here for you. And then I'll go to DAX, open the DAX, I'll run the second DAG. So what we need to learn? We need to learn what functionality running inside. We're just seeing at high level this flow, but in classes we will learn what running inside. Now this is running right now. If I open this, let it complete. We'll go for third DAG. You have to see one experiment has to log here. Okay. Done. Completed. Let's go to the model training. In my model training, let's see this. Does it trigger? No. Let me trigger it. It's running right now. If I open this model one, 3 months, Kalyan. 3 months, more than 3 months also. It will based depends on our understanding how speed we are going. Mostly you're all, most of you already talk with me in personal, right? So over the WhatsApp and call. Yes, it will take 3 months because we already know all the fundamentals and everything. So if I given a lab to you, you will able to build it also. The only thing we need to do understand in more deep and how it has happened at the real time. So it will take easily 3 months. May also increase. Load the features, prepare the data, train logistic regression. Now here you can see train logistic regression, random forest and gradient boosting and select the champion. And for the single problem, with a single data, with the one source of data, I'm doing an experiment on 3 models because I don't know which one is going to be the perfect fit model for me. Okay, one minute, I'm getting a call. So which one will be going to work perfect for me? I have to evaluate, right? I have to do an experiment. So I'll be not taking one algorithm and one data set and I do train and I'm feeling like that, okay, it is perfect. No, it's not like that. And with the single truth only, you have a ground truth data. With that, you are how you are able to justify that this model is done and what is the fine tuning you do, what parameters you have to change it. So you have to have some things right to measure it. So that's why you always one single model is not end up with the one thing. You have to take three or a two and then go for it in an experiment. Uday, I'm listening most of the words for the first time. Do we have cheat kind? This is a demo of so just giving high level thing, but in the classes we'll go each word what it is and all the meanings. Uh, Class timing in the weekends. Weekends we don't have the classes, and sometimes we will be covering the classes if it is a project, something like that. The syllabus is lot, and I don't think it will complete within 4 months. Okay, but I think it will complete. So that is my My intention I will do. I'm an state AI test engineer planning to enroll, but I have a beginner knowledge of Airflow. AI test is this more focused on experience, DevOps, or I will be able to follow. It is for you as you are an SDET AI test engineer. Yes, you will be doing performance testing, testing, security testing also. You will be doing benchmark evaluation things also. Maybe AI chaos engineering also you'll be going to do. All these test things are going to write on you. And at the AI side, you will be also performing lot of AI functionality testings and say all where it will be going to do. So it obviously on the infrastructure side. Okay. So it is perfect for you because you'll get most of the knowledge. Even though you don't have a KA test knowledge on, you're not going to do handle this KA test and all this, right? But when you do performance things and all, platform is involved, KA test, other systems, okay, all whatever services I mentioned, all this is involved in your job as well. You will be not the owner, but yes, you have to know this so that you can communicate with the team, uh, AI generative AI engineer or an AI developer, a solution engineer or a platform engineer. You need to ask them, right? They'll be fixing that. You need to tell them so you will understand. So it is going to help you. It's not only testing. So on testing side, few things are involved now, but infra and ops and to make this infrastructure available for your test engineers, these are all the matter. Let me refresh. Daily classes will be from 8, yes, 8 and it will go to 10. Now we are already crossed 10, but every day it will be 10, 8 to 10 PM IST. And how many production grade projects? 4 capstone projects we are covering. Interviews is laptop interviews because these local laptops projects we cannot explain in the interview. So this is an almost mimicking of the real time. Yes, we are going to do those real time things in the cloud level only that you can explain. So in the interviews also, what they ask how much concept you know or you will be able to build it or not. Do you have experience already previously? So you need to always say that what strength you hold on this concept so that opposite person will understand it. Doesn't that you really worked or not? If system is now itself is evolving, so everyone will not get the platform, right? So opposite person also is expecting 100% from you. You should work real time. No, interviewer also they are. You might be working on few components only, few platforms only. You will not work on 100% all the platforms, right? So even me also same like that. If you worked on something a tool, it doesn't mean that I have 7 8 years of experience. I am also working, right? So now the platform is evolving that we need to get the grip on the concept and then we have to better explaining to him what he is expecting from us in the question. So that is enough most of the people to understand. So since the last 2 years and 1.5 year only this platform is evolving and these jobs and interviews are going on, it is fine. If I go to MLFlow, refresh, few more minutes, 5 minutes, then we're done. Yes, experiment got logged. Here you can see 3 are done. If I click on this, it will open 3 parameters, max and model type. This is going to explain you the behavior and this is going to tell you that it is valid or not with these measurements. Okay, here you have to see this. These are all the metrics. We will discuss all these metrics in detail, why we have to consider this one and why we have to consider this one, why this value is high and why this value is low like this. So all these things. And artifact, if you see artifacts has to store in your Minayo. Let's come back and object browser. Here you can see model artifact is 1. If you click here 1, this is a run artifact. Here RF importance CVSV is there. Okay. This one only. Let's go for another model. No artifact recorded. Only one. Variant boosting, artifacts. I think it has to complete the DAG here. It is not yet completed. After complete, you will be able to see all the artifacts there also. I think it will take some time. Just give some time to it. So this is how here. So all your registered models will come here. As of now, it is not registered. Okay. Once it is done, then it will be the version. It will come here. Here it will show the artifact URLs. It's not completed yet. In real time, it is local laptop. It is in real time, it is cloud, not in local laptop. For developers also, it is cloud only. Everything will run in the cloud. It is just to, if I build infra on the cloud, it will take more hours for me, like at least 4 hours, 5 hours to set up and show up. That's why I'm running in the local. Yes, first class will be on the Monday, 5th, and we'll be going to start from the scratch. And Monday also, I think most of the people today, few students, they are senior than me, but there are few are not attending class today. Almost 8 to 10 people. They'll be adding again attending on the Monday, so I have to cover a little bit again, a demo kind of explanations and all, and then we will start the classes from Monday. You can apply ML engineer, MLOps engineer, AI engineer, AI platform engineer, okay, AI ops engineer, AI SRE observability engineer, or AI ML solution engineer, AI ML DevX engineer, DevX platform focused, or you can also apply generative AI engineer also, but you should some good understanding on the uh, developments and all. Okay, so yeah, these are all the roles. So there are few roles only created in this market. Not all the roles are created. Will you cover ML basics like overfitting, hyperparameter? Yes, yes. As a part of our pipeline training, we will be doing that. Yes. Weight and bias also. I'll be covering Bedrock as well. With the Bedrock, that is into our LLM and agents also. Okay. How we can leverage plug and play of the Bedrock systems, and also how you can leverage the Bedrock into your local coding agents, setting up with the coder instances and VD instances, and you can use them. Otherwise, you can use the same Bedrock agent at your AIOps platform, or your direct into your chatbot AI assistant system side also you can use them. So I'll be going to cover them. I work at JP Morgan's as a leader 5 and AML project coming up. My team should handle this if everything makes sense. I'll let my team, DevSecOps and Cloud Operations to join this batch. So I'm very glad, Surya, for this. It's a good achievement for me. Yes, I'll be covering whatever I'll be showing in the syllabus actually. So you can think about it and let me know. Thank you very much. Aditya Singh career support is mentioned so that I'll think or so what I'll think are the covered. I didn't understand this. Career support is mentioned. So what all things are covered in that? Career support in the sense, see, you have some doubts. I'm a mentor. I'll tell you what. Since I hold some experience, I've switched different companies, so I know things. Okay, and most of students also there was your co-students here itself and your previous batches also. We have mentors here. My previous batch students only will be going to work here as a mentor. So everyone is a workers only. All are engineers only. It is a platform or a community like where engineers can do that. So I'm just creating this platform. That is the only thing. I'm not an education institute. I'm nothing. I'm just giving a personal kind of training. So here we're creating a community. So here what I will be doing and with my co-students also what you will be getting, you get some support. If you're feeling not having confidence or you don't know what to do and you don't know how to optimize your profile or you don't know what to be prepared. So this kind of mentorship you will get here. How many hours in the sense 3 months every day, 2 hours of class, Surya. So it will go like that. So I'm not calculating these are the limited hours only like this. So if you want, I can calculate and I'll give it to you. But I'll be not giving the word that will be going to a exact thing. So it will always increase. As I've seen from the last 4 or 5 batches, it will always increase. It never in a one number, whatever I said. Today recorded session will be available in the YouTube. I'll upload. I think, yeah, model training is done. If I go here and let me refresh, click here, artifacts. Here you can see your ML model, conda.yml, model.pkl. Okay, so your environment YML, all this came here. You can make a predictions with this code. This is sample code. You can run on it. Okay, if I go to Minayo here, object browser, 19 artifacts are uploaded. See, 3 runs. If I go this run, model is there. See, so this is how we will be going to collect this information. And now, yes, okay, good. My experiment is done in the MLFlow and it is logged. I would like to do a compare between these things. So this is how you can do a comparison between the 3 models. So what are the parameters that you are considering? Learning rate, max depth and model type of behavior of your model and what metrics you want to calculate, accuracy or recall or precision or ROC or all. So here you can see that if you click on the box plot, it will look like this. Scatter plot, it will look like this and counter plot will be look like this. So box plot will be more convenient to see. Here, if you see the metrics, so these are all the metrics, then you have to decide that. So what is an accuracy? Okay. So what accuracy will do? We need to understand what accuracy will do, what recall will be do. Okay. In logistic regression, recall is the king. It's good. It's able to do it is using at the medical and fraud detection sites, false negative sites. So okay. So like this, based on your data and the problem statement, we will be measuring with this things. Okay. What is the confidence of your model? With this, we will be judging one model. Oh, this is something good. Okay. And then if you go to the models, here it is telling that introducing the new way to manage model meant staging and production, champion or challenger. Okay, try it now. So these are all the versions right now. I have the models. So if I click on this, so this is a model. You can add the tags and aliases. It's up to you, whatever the tags and aliases you can add. So it's better go with the aliases instead of the tags. Aliases is more, it's good. Uh, Tags also good, same, but aliases can be give you more. So if you click on this new model registry UI, if you off this toggle, you will get back to the old version where here you can see if you click on this version, it will tell you here you want to put it to the staging, you want to put it to the production, or you wanted to archive it like this. Okay, which one gradient boosting? So I can decide now after my evaluation, I can decide now this is the version 1 which is in the production right now because here select champion model is ran here. So based on the metrics, it automatically took. That is the logic in the code we have written. Okay, this version is already running. So I wanted to put another model into the staging. Okay, I would like to do, I'm randomly selecting. I'm going to this and I wanted to put it into the staging. So older versions you wanted to archive them? Yes. If any older things are there and do archive it. I moved it to the this one. Now this is the staging. Here you can see this is the staging and this is the production. Okay. This production one is your fast API automatically load it. So that's what the code I have written. It will automatically load because it is registered in the MLFlow only. We are not, it is taking, fast API is taking from MLFlow registry only, not from the Minayo. You can also store it at Minayo or somewhere, wherever you wish. You can keep it over there. From there, you can load it. Now my fast API is loading this one. What is the fast API port number? Fast API port number is 8000 and front end is 3000. So let me go to the 8000. Localhost 8000. So here I can see docs. Okay, you will get it all this here. Okay, and if you go to which one, port number is 3000. Here you can see we have average latency, total predictions and this thing. So customer ID, tenure, monthly charges, total charges, fiber optic, phone service has partner, all the sections and do a predict. When you do predict, so now it is predicting. So 100% will churn. This guy is go. Fallback model is model used group A. So which is model A and model B. Okay. Model E is logistic regression. Model B is random forest. So I'm sending 90 and 10% of traffic. I'm sending 90 and 8% of traffic. Where is this? Model serving. Here you can see 0.9 and 0.1. So this is how I'm sending the traffic. Okay. So here it will telling that model A is telling that yes, this is the risk. And if you again do prediction, okay. So this model is telling that now will stay. If you refresh this one, the values will be changed. If you refresh customer ID, these things. Model A is only telling you that. Okay, let it keep it like this. Now model B is also telling you. So this is not that so easy what I'm showing here. This is a lot of engineering is involved behind the scene. So we'll churn. Okay, high risk. Model B challenger and model A is champion. So this is how MLOps lifecycle, MLOps things will work. So I just wanted to show you some mimic as part of, since I was showing this demo. So if I only tell you that only a theoretical thing, it will be only theory. So just wanted to show you some practical thing and I built it and I'm showing you. Similar way our classes also. So every topic will take like this and we will be get deeper into that and we'll understand how real-time things are going on. Okay. So this is the about the demo and we already crossed half an hour more of whatever we planned. So sorry for it of taking your extra time and thank you that you are staying with me. And if you have any questions now, you can ask me. We can wrap it up in a 5 or 10 minutes. We are excluding the weekend classes, right? Sometimes. Any questions? Any concerns? Thanks in extending class timing to complete the project. Yeah. So if I drop it out middle of the project, then it is not concluded result, right? So that's why. First of all, I will thank you everyone that you are staying with me in the class. If I uh, if I may, maybe you maybe get bored, then I'm sorry. So I would like to always get you more interested and learn. So since it is a demo and we don't have an unmute option, otherwise I would give you that because uh, unmute and automatically video turn ons will be happen. So that will be disturbing us. So that's why I have applied not to unmute and not to enable the video, but few people still enabled. Not a problem. Localhost 3000 is the real-time application? No, not at all. Localhost 3000 is just a developer-friendly platform at his local laptop to do development and then that's it. Okay, then the code will be committed and pushed into the Git repo. From there, the things will work in the real time. Localhost 3000 is completely developer laptop platform. When we have weekend to practice revise. Yes, we will be conducting doubt sessions and practical sessions. Thank you, Amit. It was a great session. Thank you. Thank you very much. Still any questions? I don't want to waste your time. And one more announcement. Next class will be on Monday. So tomorrow is Sunday, so I'm not taking because everyone is a working professionals only. So you only get Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday in the night 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. is a crucial time to for your personal time enjoyment. So I'm not keeping that since I'm considering the uh, some feedbacks from the students. So I'm not taking this. On Monday, I'll be starting the class. So please look at your WhatsApp, look at my message, and I'll give you notification. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. And I'll meet you on Monday if you have no questions. Thank you then. Thank you. Yeah.